what happened to this thing? Actually, I have no idea. I think, if I'm not mistaken, earlier in the year, probably spring, I changed the containers. So I stuck it in here, maybe from a bigger container, I'm not sure. But this thing is kind of puzzling to me. I have no idea what happened. Now, if the whole thing died, then it's simple. Or if it died on the tip top. Anyway, if it died on the top, it makes more sense. But some of it is alive, and then you see some that are dead. I don't know what it is. So, well, what are we gonna do today? One, I'm gonna restyle it. And two, hopefully I might be able to figure out what happened. So let's take a look here. Now, this dead, and this dead, it kind of makes sense. I could say that the top was damaged. But the part that is so puzzling to me is this part. Why is this part green when it's dead? So, I don't know. It's one of those little puzzles in life that I may or may not figure out. But what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and style it, or restyle it. And I think I'm going to just take these two lower dead ones off completely. Because we have live here and we have live there, I'm assuming that there is the lifeline or the undamaged bark. Now, I really wanted to take this off, but I was afraid to damage the very thin lifeline, so I kept it. So up here, I think we're just gonna clean it up and gin. And it will kind of look like happens in nature, got struck by lightning. But this big branch down here was a distraction, so I cut it off. This might be where the problem was. I think somewhere I cut this main part, and this was probably one of the side branches that became the new apex. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and carve this out and see what happens. So I carefully removed that little branch. I don't think it's going to do any more damage. But the next step is to kind of identify that gin as a gin. So I'll get to that step next. The only one. More and people have realized that putting that lime sulfur, making it pure white, is really not natural looking. And also, you know, when you put heat, it's like in the old days when they put fence posts up, they always burnt the bottom. It's like a preservative. So, well, of course, sometimes you could burn your whole bonsai, but if you're careful and have the water standing by, this is a good technique. So what do I do next? Actually, nothing. I'm going to put this back in the growing area. Make sure it gets fed real good. Some people don't believe in putting nitrogen before the winter. I'm going to do a complete fertilizer, so with nitrogen. And you're wondering, am I going to trim this? Am I going to shape it? No, I'm going to find out whether this was good enough and will keep going or more parts will die. So, you know, that's one thing about bonsai. You don't do it in one shot. You know, others will be going, oh man, I would have taken that and wired that, Not me. I'm going to let this recover And then next spring, once I know for sure it's healthy, I'll get to the next stage, which is repotting, possibly, and definitely restyling. So anyway, this is Hero saying, be patient, people. Don't try to do everything in one shot. And I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. So please tell your friends and subscribe. Okay. Oh, in case you're wondering what this is a Percumbens juniper. So anyway, I think it has a really good future. I'll need to do a new apex. Kind of looking forward to it, but don't fall in love yet because, you know, we might lose more parts. So anyway, I feel this is about where I need to be. So I'll stop for now. Okay.